Hello, welcome to another Get Ready With Me. So today is the first time I've recorded in about 3 weeks, and I'm really excited just to be back. As you can see, the camera angle is what it is. I haven't got my ring light set up, but that's fine. We'll work on it. My skin's really oily, so I've been using this one size primer. I've been trying to use an e.l.f. primer, but it's just not been working for me. So I thought I would talk about a couple things. And one is that I actually changed the name of my YouTube channel to reflect the content. Like, I am obviously a makeup channel because I am doing my makeup, but I'm finding that like certain things, like a lot of what you have to do if you want to be, monetized, which I don't, that's not a goal of mine, involves like reviews and large collections and hauls. And even though I like those type of videos, I'm not going to tailor my personal content, like not content creation, but like the things that I own, my products. I'm not going to tailor that to someone else. I'm going to love what I love and kind of keep that in my own interests and passions. I'm not going to change that for the video, but at the same time, like, I really do like these Get Ready With Me's. I really do like just sitting down and talking, working things out in my head. I am an auditory processor, so I very much like to, it sounds weird, but I like to hear the sound of my own voice. I like to work out thoughts that are in my head, talk them through out loud as if I'm talking them through with someone. It has the same sort of activation for me as having a conversation and makes sense of my life. So I very much enjoy doing that. And I figured what helps me make the most sense of my life or talking about those important issues are the issues that are associated with that I've been talking about for like the last months. And that is like this idea of like just activism and just, social activism, talking about the things that are important and getting my opinion out there. Even if I don't have a following, even if I don't make money, there's a value to figuring out what you believe and how to clearly articulate that. So that's what I'll be focusing on. And because for me, the value in makeup has never been about the makeup. It has always been about what the community represents and how you feel about yourself and what you're able to like the how it matches your internal state, like if that makes sense. Like, when I feel good about myself, I want to look and feel my best, and I am more into makeup on those days when I'm just like stressed and overwhelmed and I can't give 2 cents what I look like on those particular days. So for me, it's a great reflection of my mental state. And that's what's obviously really important to me. I'm actually hit a big milestone where I'm starting my internship next semester. So I don't know, that's exactly what that is. It's a huge milestone, sort of reaching my goals where not only am I helped by people, but I in turn am going to be helping people. And I think that's rewarding. Like many careers, mental health is a profession that you enter once you have experience working with individuals in that profession. As sort of on the other side of it, we've been helped by that profession, and that's true for a lot of us. Not true for everyone, but true for a lot of us. So that's exciting to me. And that's one reason why I wanted to change things to Jennifer Does Things That's Just Okay, because it was never really about makeup. It was about the things that we do because you like them, even if we're not good at them. And I think that reflects more of an outlook on my life. And like my general like life philosophy. I don't know if I have a life philosophy, but I guess if I did, that would be it. Where it is definitely okay to make mistakes and it's okay to not be perfect, because no one is, and that is human. And those, that sentiment is easier to say for sure than it's easier to feel, but that's why I have job security. So if I've been helped along that journey, and I've been helped to feel confident and beautiful in my own skin, that is what I want I want other people to feel like that. Also didn't want to feel like pigeonholed into like people feeling deceived when like I do like, not that I've done this, but like do like 10, is that pan? I hope not. I love this product. Where I've done like, 10 videos, then I come out with something on the wall and people are like, you're not your makeup channel, you shouldn't do this. And I've said this before actually. Again, this really only applies to people who actually like are monetized and have a lot of followers and stuff. But I think you have an obligation, no matter what your platform is, to speak your mind and speak your truth. And while there's nothing wrong if that means you're using it as a platform to advertise, or you're using it as a way to practice your skills, or you're using it as a way to just do what I do and think out loud. There's nothing wrong with any of those approaches. But if you use your platform to be politically or socially active in some way, that is also your prerogative, and people have the right to be disinclined to follow you. But I think it does help if people sort of know what they're going to be getting into and sort of know what they're expecting with your channel. So I wanted to focus it on that way, because the channel for me has never been about like becoming a makeup guru. I do still have kind of like dreams of starting my own company, but I realized when I tried to start a company last year, even though I have experience starting companies, and even though I think I could be successful, it was very apparent to me that was just not the right time. So I'm not going to move forward in that direction. And that means for right now, I'm putting on any sort of like dreams on hold. And I don't feel like a failure. This came up in an interview actually, where like my boss was like, he said, so you failed at this particular company. Like, how does that like influence and shape, why we should hire you? And I just was like, first, it wasn't a failure. I made every decision I made in light of my priorities. And I'm really proud of those decisions. And second, I didn't tell him exactly how much I made, but I will tell you guys, like, I made $30,000. It wasn't like it was a failure. That's fantastic for the industry I was in, for the year that I was in. Like, I did okay. Did I do as well as I wanted to do? No, but did I have realistic goals? Also no. So those are the things that like I want to talk about, and I want those to be like I want those to be the forefront of my content. I am going to have to pull out a palette because I don't have an eyeshadow, so I'll be right back. Okay, so another thing that I did with the move was all my palettes are now in underbed storage. I just pull a drawer out. I have 2 drawers and I can see all my palettes in one go, which is really cool. But the disadvantage of that is I can't reach that from where I'm sitting right now. I do have to move a little bit. But I highly recommend underbed storage. I know like a lot of the influencers and stuff use IKEA shelves, and that's just a bit much. And the storage in those isn't actually optimal because they're deep and they're not made for makeup storage. They're great all around storage, but I find that just honestly a bookshelf was the best thing to store palettes because they are essentially books. So that was great. And I just wanted some deeper burgundy shades to match what I'm wearing because that is where I get my inspiration from, which is why my eyeshadow looks almost always revolve around blue because that's the color I wear the most often. So that's kind of what's been going on with me recently, as I've just focused on school a lot. It's taken so much stress out of my life though to close down my Etsy shop. Why is that so dark? I didn't want it that dark in that corner. Nothing that can't be fixed. I'm spending more time with my kids in school because, my second grader really struggled last year. He's going to be just caught up in time to start 3rd grade, literally like the week before 3rd grade. So I've been spending more time with him. And then I've been focusing on the house. Like we've been in it now like 3 weeks, I think. So like the time where you just spend unpacking and stuff is over. But there's still things we need. Like some of the kids don't have curtains still in their rooms, and you know I still need to clean up a couple boxes here and there. But it's really at a much better state where I can focus on one thing and then just start worrying about like honestly budgeting, because now that some of my educational benefits have run out, I have to focus on like, okay, how am I going to finish up the last 3 semesters of school? But I'm not juggling 6,000 other things on top of that, so I feel a little bit better, even though moves can be, moves can honestly be very stressful. I feel like we've made this transition really, really well, and again, I'm happier with my jewelry storage and my makeup storage in this house, even though we downsized, than I ever was in our last house. So in some ways, I've been forced to make decisions that are healthier for me. Definitely falling into that like what brings you joy, versus what's like the best way to store this, because as if you're storing something and you're not using it, why do you have it? That's a great question, and it's not that you shouldn't have it, but it's the starting point for like answering that. I think I'm going to keep going with this palette and continue doing like this deeper theme, using a little bit of the greens that are in here. I do wish this palette were a little lighter because I'm pasty white, but it is what it is. I do owe you some catch-up videos on my No Pan Left Behind challenge. I owe some videos on like the products that I wasn't able to get out because our computer and our webcam got packed up much earlier than their other things because they're valuable. We don't want to leave that to chance. So like legit, I wasn't able to film for quite a while. And now I'm just kind of making do. But it is really hard for me to do my makeup talk, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Now that everything's set up, our desk broke, so we had to get a new desk too, which delayed us. I feel just like a lot better now and more at home, because the things that are important to me are set up. We have a craft closet now since I lost my room. We have like I said, my jewelry is finally on display. I can finally access and see it all. And my makeup is now, all accessible within arm's reach. It's all in one room. Like I said, it's 2 drawers now instead of like 6 shelves, 3 drawers at my desk, some under my nightstand. Like it's all consolidated now. So overall, I feel much better about that and much happier about that. So I'm feeling more like myself. I feel like my mental health is pretty good right now, which is awesome. I have my internship to look forward to. Some of the jobs that didn't pan out, they didn't pan out, and I'm not bitter about it or anything, but I'm also at the point now where I'm not looking. So that's also amazing, an amazing time to be stress-free. So yeah, I guess that's just the update of what's been going on, of like moving in the house and why I haven't posted and stuff. And again, I don't know your answers, but it makes sense to me to help justify it. So I feel more like I'm myself right now. And that's it. I'm just kind of like filling time right now because I got to do my eye makeup, which does mean because of this angle going off camera. Okay, there we go. A black liquid baby wing, light green under eye, and black mascara. Kind of typical look. I think this look turned out really pretty, even though I was talking my head off and not really saying anything. I feel good to have this conversation and just kind of refocus on why I'm doing this. And this product is almost gone too, which is really exciting. And I forgot to mention the lighting that I'm at is actually better naturally. So even though I'm not using my ring light right now because I still need to put that screw in, I say overall it looks pretty good for what I'm working with. So thank you for listening. I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you to the next video. Remember, beauty's on the inside. You don't have to be perfect. And it's all about managing what you can at the time that you have it. All right, bye. Thanks.